Hello, Miss Lubosh. My name is Samantha, and I'm a student nurse.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. Is calling you Mrs. Lubosh okay?
Alexis is fine.
Okay. All right, Miss Alexis. What brought you in today?
I'm just here to get a follow-up because I was in a pretty bad accident about a week ago.
What happened with that?
I was coming home from work and my car overturned.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it says here that your blood alcohol content was 0.15. Did they tell you that in the emergency department?
They did.
Okay. And something that kind of stuck out to me as well was your blood pressure was 168/98. That's a little high. Do you normally have high blood pressure?
Not normally.
Okay. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
So since you were in a car accident, I'm going to ask you about your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10, with 0 being no pain and 10 being the worst pain.
Mm-hmm.
What's your pain level today?
Today it's probably just a 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay.
Kind of just want to get back to work.
Absolutely. Okay. How have you been managing that pain at home?
I've just been taking ibuprofen and Tylenol.
Both. Okay. So I want to get back to your blood alcohol content. If that's okay with you?
Okay.
Is that okay with you? Okay. And I also want to thank you for answering the audit screening for us. Would you mind if we go over that score and the results from that?
That's okay.
Okay. So it says here that with the multiple choice questions that you asked, you got a 27. And 27 is a pretty high number for a 21-year-old female. Okay? We normally like to see numbers between lower than 8 would be a good. So this is kind of indicative of alcohol dependence. So I wanted to start asking you, do you drink alcohol, beer, wine, liquor?
I do.
Okay. What do you drink?
Gin,
Gin?
preferably.
Okay. And about how many drinks a day do you drink?
About 6 or 7 shots.
Okay. And when throughout the day do you drink those shots?
All throughout the day. I start in the morning and then I actually keep it in my locker at work.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so tell me what you enjoy about drinking.
Kind of relaxes me and numbs the feelings, the negative feelings.
Okay. And are there any bad things that you see to drinking?
The hangovers and the headaches.
You experience headaches?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you, what do you do to relieve those? Do you take medicine or do you drink more?
Drink more.
You do drink more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, let me reflect here. You drink 6 to 7 shots a day of gin.
Right.
Be your preference. And you do enjoy that it just kind of helps you forget about things and the bad feelings. And what you don't like is the headaches and the bad feelings you get afterwards. Tiredness. Okay. Do you see, back to the not so good things about alcohol, is it affecting your work life, your work performance?
Maybe a little. I would say it kind of makes me put things off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And not worry about things as I should.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody at work noticed your drinking?
I'm sure they have.
Okay. And what about with your relationships? Let's start with your friends. Do you still ever hang out with your friends?
Occasionally, when they force me.
Okay. And what do they normally like to do, your friends?
Normally we like to go hiking, get out of the house, do something.
Do you don't find interest in that anymore?
Not in the past year, maybe.
Okay. Is that when your drinking started in the past year?
Yeah. A little over a year ago.
Okay. And what about with your significant other? You have a husband?
Right.
Okay. And how is your relationship at home affected? Okay.
I try to hide it a little bit. I hide it in the garage, but when he finds it, that's
Absolutely. Right. So with these car accidents, were you drinking before you were driving? Is that?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that? Right in your little. Okay. So I want to show you something here about risky drinking limits. For women, the recommended drinking amount is 7 drinks per week or 3 drinks per occasion. And that's what would be safe, the healthy limit. Do you feel like, so that's a big difference between what you drink now. You drink 7 a day.
Right.
As compared, because you can see on this other side that 1 shot equals, 1.5 ounces of a shot equals 1 drink.
Right.
So you're drinking, 7 full drinks a day. It can also be affecting your high blood pressure recently.
Right.
And also high blood pressure can cause headaches. So that's also probably correlating together. Okay, so I wanted to ask you if you see a correlation between your drinking and your problems with your husband and your isolation from your friends.
I do.
You do notice?
I notice, even though it kind of pushes the problems away, they're still there when I get sober, whenever that is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to summarize here again. We just mentioned that you do know that there's a problem with your drinking and how it may be negatively affecting your relationship with your husband and your friends. And also, I wanted to mention that alcohol is a depressant, so that could also be adding to your feelings of wanting to be isolated from your friends, and that's just another effect that it has psychologically on the body. And also you see that it's kind of has a negative effect on your performance at work. And we also want to stay away from these car accidents that continue to happen, right? Okay. So thank you for sharing everything with me. I really wanted to let you know I appreciate you feeling open enough to share with me.
You're welcome.
And that you found a correlation between drinking alcohol and the problems that you are facing with your personal relationships and work.
Right.
So I wanted to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, with 0 being you're not ready, with 10 being I'm ready to start today, how willing are you to change your drinking habits?
Probably a 5.
About a 5. That's good. That's good. That means you're 50% ready to change. What makes you choose a 5 as compared to a 3 or a 2?
I guess because of the negative effects that it causes on my relationships and work, maybe in the accidents, because it's life or death.
Absolutely. I understand that. And so with your willingness to change, on a scale of 0 to 10, how confident are you in your ability to change?
Maybe a 3.
And why a 3 instead of a 1 or a 2?
Because seeing the test results, I guess it shows me that someone's caring enough to listen.
Absolutely. And we do care, and we really want to see you get better. So since you are saying that you are willing to change, maybe we should come up with a plan together about how you can reduce your intake of alcohol and try to get back on track.
Okay.
Okay? So you drink 6 to 7 shots a day, I would say, and you start in the morning when you wake up, correct?
Right.
Okay. How about let's try just only start drinking once you get home? Do you think you can
I could try.
try that?
I could try.
Okay. Maybe a first step from that would be to remove the alcohol from work altogether. Maybe that's something you could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
it's not tempting?
Right, so it's not there for you.
Okay.
In your face. Also, since alcohol kind of helps you get away from these bad thoughts in your head, what are some things that you have done in the past that help you relieve stress?
I guess it would be when I hung out with my friends more. Maybe last year, and we went hiking and rock climbing, and we were all on a soccer team.
Okay, well maybe that's definitely something you can try to get back into. They're your friends, hopefully they'll be ready to lend a supporting ear to you if you choose to tell them about your problem.
Right.
Same thing with your husband, maybe he could be a good source of support for you if you come to him and let him know that you are willing to change and that you're working on it.
Right.
Because having a support system really does help, and it does make a difference. So what we're going to do, so we said we're going to remove the alcohol from work. Maybe take your shots down. Instead of 6 to 7, do 4 to 5.
Okay.
A day. Does that seem doable?
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess I'm just gonna say. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to me, and I really appreciate you telling me all this information. I would like for you to come in about 2 weeks, and we can reevaluate our goals and our plan to help you get back on track. If it's not working, we can figure something else out. If it is working, we can step forward even more.
Okay.
That
Thank
sound
you
good to
so
you?
much for listening.
You're welcome. And also, you're going to come back in 1 week to meet with the doctor to talk about your blood pressure and your high blood pressure problems.
Okay.
Hopefully, we can get that under control as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.